have employee ID, employee name, age, and employee name, right? Then we insert some record. So basically what's happened, whenever we insert some record, it get inserted into the table, right? But here what I did, I create one before insert trigger, that I have given some condition over there. So whenever I will insert some record, it will get affected into the table. In this table I insert few values, like employee ID, their age, and their name. Okay, now if you will check here, now as you can see here, it's showing 25, correct. But whenever I insert the age 17, it's showing instead of age 17. Can you see here why it's showing here the not eligible? Why it's happened? Because of the trigger. Okay, so I will teach you in today class that how we can use trigger and how it get affected in the tables. Everything we will learn step by step with the example. So without any further delay, let's get started. Welcome back to the another chapter of MySQL series. Today our topic is trigger in the SQLs. So first we will understand what is the trigger, right? And why we use the trigger in SQLs. And trigger allow you to specify any SQL action that should be executed automatically. For example, you have a database and you have some created any table in any database. Okay, then you can use trigger to automatically update record into the table. In simple term, if you ask me, you can say trigger is nothing but it's just a set of command which automatically fired in response of any DML command. So as you already know, what is the DML command? Insert, update, and delete. Okay, so before you going into the trigger, you should know about the DML command, like how it's work, how it's work in the SQL. If you don't know how DML command work in the SQL, you can check out video in I button. Okay, so let's come back to our topic. So first we will understand types of trigger in the SQL. So there are total 6 type of trigger into the SQL, which is before insert, after insert, before update, after update, before delete, and after delete. Okay, these are the only trigger we have in the SQLs. Okay, so how do we create the trigger? Okay, so because if you want to create any store procedure or function, you can directly create it from here, right? As you can see here, from here you can create any store procedure and function. But as you can see here, there is nothing in, by the name of trigger, right? Then how do we create the trigger? To create a trigger, what you have to do, simply expand the tables, and in which tables you want to create the table, just simply you have to click on the spinner icon. You can see here over here, right? If you will double click on it, it will take you to the new screen. Okay, from there as you can see here, there is a one column here, the trigger. Okay, so from there you can create your trigger. So as you can see here, there are 6 type of trigger, as I mentioned: before insert, after insert, before update, after update, before delete, and after delete. This is the only trigger you can create. For example, for now I want to create a before insert trigger. I will click on this plus icon. Okay, then inside this you can create your trigger. Whatever condition you want to give it, you can give it. Okay, so there is another way to create a trigger. You can use delimiter. As I always mention, I personally like this. I don't like to create from here only. I like this. So this is the syntax to create a trigger. You can write create trigger, create trigger, then trigger name you will write here, trigger name, whatever name you want to give. Then you will write which trigger you want to use, like before insert, after insert, before update, after update. So you will write here whatever trigger you want to write. For example, for now I will write after update. Okay, then on we will write the name of the table which we want. So here we will write table name. Then we will start our begin, or inside between begin and end we will write our condition, whatever we want to give, and we will close with the delimiter. So this is the syntax of creating any trigger. Okay, let's not go too much into this. Let's understand with the example. All right, so we will understand with the one before insert trigger, as I shown earlier to you. So we will make one. For example, first we will create one table. we have created one table. Then here we are using a before insert trigger, right? Before insert means in, before inserting any value inside the tables, so that is called before insert table. If you said before update, means you have already a table, there is already some values and you want to update something, so you will create that time before update table trigger. All right, so this is the use of. Or after update means you have updated already the tables, now you want to create something to trigger, or you want to give some specific condition, that time you use a after update table. So this is how trigger works. Okay, now we have created one table, so now we will create our trigger first. To create a trigger, what we have to do, same things, I will copy paste from here. Okay, okay, we will create, for example, now we have one table. Now we have one table by the name of company, right? So this is our table we have. Now what I will do here, inside the trigger name, I will give the age verification, because here I want to give condition like, if I'm a recruiter of the company, or HR you can say, I want to hire only those people who is eligible for this job as per the government rule, you can say above 18, right? So below 18 I don't want to hire. So this time what I will use, of course I have to use before insert. Okay, this will be our trigger. Why before insert? Because we are gonna hire someone, right? Then we have to insert the table. For example, I have that 10 resume come, I insert everybody record, I want to check who is eligible or is not eligible. All right, so I can easily identify those peoples. All right, so table name, in which table we are gonna create the trigger, so our table name will be, so this is our table. Now in begin, oh sorry, I forgot to mention one thing. So whenever you are creating an after table name, you have to write for each employee, sorry, each row, because trigger always work in the each row. Okay, so this is the wrong syntax, I have to update this. It should be each, it should be for each row. Okay, this is the correct syntax, I'm sorry about that. Okay, now what I will do here, as I mentioned our condition, I will write if new dot employee age. Employee age from where, from I take from here. Okay, if new dot employee age, comma, sorry, less than 18, then set new dot employee age is equal to what I want, not eligible. Okay, then we will close our, okay, semicolon, then again we will close our end if condition, and we will hit control enter. Okay, now let's insert a few records into the tables. Okay, let me write quickly and then I'll show you to you. For example, now we have insert few record, like 5 record into the table, and I hit control enter. Now if you will check here, like select star from, you will see the whoever has age less than, what you call, 17, it's showing not eligible. Even if you try to insert more record, and this time I insert more values, like I will copy paste this first from here, and this time age I will put more than 18. So let's, this time I put 20. Okay, if you will hit control enter, and now you will check it will get inserted correctly. Okay, and if you change this, for now let's change the 7, and this time I will put 16 here. So what will happen, if you will see the tables, it's showing it's not eligible. So that's how trigger works. Let's understand with the one more complex example where, okay, before we jump into the another example, I will show you the meaning of this new. Okay, so whenever you use a before insert, you have to write new dot. Okay, whenever you use after, you even it can be after update, delete and insert anything, it can be before insert, update or delete anything. So whenever you write before, you have to use new dot, and the followed by the column name. And whenever you use the after, you have to use old dot followed by the columns name. Okay, so let's understand with the one more example where we will use new and old both of them. Okay, we have already one table by the name of books. Okay, where we have book id, book name, and the author who have write this book. Okay, now what I will do, for example, I want to know that annual form or any book, 9 stories, any book, how many time it got sold. So this is I want to know. So to do that, first we will, what we will do, we will create one what you call one column into the sales table. So how we will add this new column? I will do alter table books, add column sales into the sales, what it will be integer, and we will set for now default 0. Okay, and we will hit control enter. Now as you can see, there is one more column has got added. So there is one more thing I want to do, like if any sales happen for any book, so I want to put entry into the another table, like for example sales table. So to do that, we will create one more table by the name of sales book. Okay, so this is I have created one table, like we have book id, book name. If I will describe this, you can see we have book id, book name, quantity sold, and time of sale, when it's got sell. Okay, so simply if you want to update something, what we did, like all the time you cannot do. Like for example, this is our tables, like book table, and let's say 1984 3 copy got sold. Then how you update? What, in simple term, what we did, we write update command, our update books, we write set sales is equal to sales plus 3, where, okay, so this is how we simply create update our table. If we will see, select star from books, we can easily check that 3 copy got sold, right? Before sales means it was default 0 plus 3. If I will change this, like 5, and we will hit the control enter, you can see 3 plus 8, before there is a sales 5 3 and then 5, it become 8. Okay, so like that we can update, but this is too lengthy work, and sometimes we can forget also, right? So now that is why I said whenever sell will happen, it will go to the another table. So for that, what we will do, we will create our trigger, which is after update trigger. Like we have updated already, now we want to put the entry into the another table. This is called after update trigger. Okay, so now how we will create the after update trigger? We will write delimiter, then we will create trigger, and we will name this trigger let's say book trigger. We will write book trigger. Okay, let's keep the name. Then we will write our trigger name after update, and we will write for which table we want to do, on books tables, right? And then for each row, this is our syntax. In begin, what I will do, same thing I will copy paste from here. Now what I will do, I will write here insert into book sales. Why I am using book sales? Because we have created one books table here. Can you see here? Now I want to insert, whenever any sales will happen, it should go into the book sales, right? That's why I'm using book sales here, the book sales table. Okay, now I will do, what I will do here, I will write inside the book sales, I will write all the columns whatever I want. So which column we want? Let me open this somewhere that it will be easier me to identify. I will write here book id, then what I need, book name, then what else I need, quantity sold, then which column I need time of sales. cells or cell only? Cells. Okay, this is what we want. Why I'm taking this? It's come from here. Okay, this is the column we want. Cell ID I didn't take because it's auto increment. It means it will get automatically fill up. Okay, so that's why I didn't take this. Okay, now this is first condition we have. Now values, from where we will take the values, right? I will write here old dot book ID. Why I am using old dot? Because we want from, because it's a after update from old tables we want. Okay, so I will write after update all dot book ID, then again all dot book name, then into the new tables, right? So I will write new dot cells minus all dot cells. Why I use this new dot cells minus all dot cells? Because we want to know the quantity, how many quantity gets sold in this particular time, right? For time of cells, we will use a now function over here. Okay, we will close it with the semicolons, end it, and now we will use our delimiter and hit the control enter. Oh, there is something wrong I did. Okay, see here 4. Now we will hit our control enter. Okay, so let's try to insert some record, like let's try to update some record, you can say. So first what I will do, I will write select star from book cells. Okay, now we don't have anything in the cells. Okay, let's update something, like I update book set cells is equal to cells plus let's say 4, where book ID is equal to book ID. Wrong. Okay, now if you will check this, you can see one copy got sold. Which book ID? 1, the name of the book, how many quantity got sold? 4, and which time. If you will change this, like book ID you keep 5 and copy you set 4, and if you will hit control enter and you will check, it will update here. For example, for same book ID, in another time 2 more copy got sold. So now it will change the timing. See, can you see here the animal form, first 4 copy got sold in this time. Can you see the time difference? There is a second difference of seconds, right? And here this is also. So like that you can use the before insert and after insert, like that you can use your trigger. Okay, I hope everybody understand. If you have any doubt, you can mention in the comment section. Till then, happy learning, keep supporting, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.